Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, The Diamond Ascension. I'm excited to be here. Got my microphone out today. I thought, maybe I better start using it. Hi, guys. I'm Yvonne Purvis. I'm a elevation, frequency, manifestation, transformation coach. You name it, this is what I do. And what I love about it is that I'm growing into this as well. Like it's rising every single day. Why not? I have called in more. And is this why you're here to call in more? Because when we call in more, I just think it's just amazing the things that will happen. So in this video, in this podcast today, I really want to give you some examples of when you know you're on the right path. I think we all think sometimes we're not sure if we're on the right path. And because we want to see something, we want to see the sign, like, show me I'm on the right path. And it doesn't happen like that. And I was actually speaking to my dad today, and I was talking about how I've brought on another team member and the support for me as well, right? To expand into the business I'm growing, and it's already done, because I know that to be true, because our belief system is everything. We don't just wish for it. We take the action knowing it is done. And I remember when somebody used to say that to me, like, it's done, you know, it's done. And I'd be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you can't fake it. You can't fake feeling it's done. There has to be a knowing. There is some certainty. And when we have a knowing and certainty, we know, so we take action for the next expansion. And it was just like, I'm going to be honest. I am calling in my $1 million this year. All right. And in case you're new to my channel, hi, I'm so excited that you're here. And please make sure you subscribe. I had my first million at the age of 28. Not even really understanding what that was. No one talked about money back then like that, right? Like we do now. Now you can see so many people talking about money, frequency, millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. It is just crazy, because the more you speak about it and talk about it, the more you focus on it, you know what's happening? More coming in. Or depending on how you feel about it, how's your nervous system, you could be repelling it. I've done both. So we don't want to repel it. So I'm sharing this today, and please make sure you subscribe. I've lost my train of thought. But I was sharing, like, when you know it's done, it's not like you think about the next steps. You just take the action. So I was sharing with my dad, like, when I had my event planning business, think about this. So I was a dancer. I started out as a dancer, making not much money, traveling the world. Everything was paid for. When we traveled, we were flying. We did fly in economy, but the hotels were all first class. Like, we had luxury as dancers, right? Everyone was like opening the doors, come in, come in. And that set me up for a tone. And then I was working in these amazing corporate boxes. So not just waitressing. I did start waitressing. And then I got into the corporate suites. And the corporate suites gave me all these amazing, they were mostly men with money. And I became in this frequency, how they used it, how they played with it, how they just, I had tips of $200, $500 some nights, depending on what kind of event it was. If it was World Series, they were more free with their money because I looked after them. And that gave me another vibration. And I'm sharing this because this was a vibration I held that. I appreciated it. And so when I was speaking with my dad this morning, I was saying, like, I'm calling in more. And so when I called in more, Facebook paused my profile. And it was like, huh. And I went, this is because it's rerouting me to another sign, to another way, which I was already here. I was already in some other platforms, but now I'm really in these other platforms. And now Facebook is like fun and light, and it's really shifted my energy to become back into my frequency of abundance, of prosperity, of wealth, because wealth is fun. And when you feel it and you believe it, it is like, you don't second guess anything. It's done. You've called in the millions. You feel it, you act from it. So when I was in my event planning business, this stuff didn't get talked about. But because I already knew and had the certainty in the wealth without even really knowing it back then. I never thought about it. I just kept taking the action because I was around these people, always moving forward and taking steps. I just followed their steps in my business, hired the staff. I had more employees before I had the income coming, right? Like I had income, but I got them in and more income came. And this is what we do now. This is what, if you are your business, if you're calling in more, if you would, maybe calling in isn't even a word you're used to, but you want to make more money. You want to have a multi six-figure business, or, maybe you're ready for the $1 million business. Because here's the thing. The universe there's no difference in what you're calling in. It doesn't recognize $100, $1,000, $5 million. It's you. You are the one that makes it feel out of reach. You are the one that thinks, oh, maybe there's something underlining in the way that you feel about that money. Maybe you're worried about what somebody will think about you. And when you can just not care about what people think about and say, you know what, like my top goal, my top who I am, I'm not going to share that, but it will be here soon too. But I am now sharing right now with you is that I know my $1 million is done because I can feel it internally in the frequency that I am in. So I take action from there. So when I was 28, before I had my $1 million business, like I remember my accountant saying, Yvonne, I didn't even know the numbers. I did not pay attention. That was not my thing. I had a bookkeeper. I didn't know. I knew what was in the bank, right? I always knew sort of what I was making, but I didn't look at my bank account or anything like that. I just knew there was a certainty. And when I think back, I was just always going forward. I got the best marketing material when I started before the clients. And it was like crazy numbers. It was like $20K or $10,000 for this marketing package. I went to the best of the best because I knew. And you know what? My first sale was $10,000. I made $10,000 in my first transaction when I first started my business that paid for the marketing material because I was in that frequency. So when you are wanting more money and you're not seeing it, it's a frequency you're in. It's a resistance or it's a frequency. And so what I really want to share today is about this frequency of what you want in life. And when you can really feel it and start acting as if it's done, it will appear really super fast. But we have to have, we have to be seen. You can't just sit back and say you're doing it. You have to have procedures in place. So this is the missing link as well, right? Like, how are people finding you and seeing you? You've got to be out there and being yourself. And there was another reason I wanted to share this video, and it's like when clients are shifting in their energy, right? So they're wanting to call in more. So my VA, because I shifted my energy into where I am right now, things had to fall away, right? So that's where the Facebook paused me and I had to make different moves. And then I've actually in another transition right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again, right? Things fall away. This is all the steps coming, and the universe, God, source energy, they're in the background going, like putting everything together for you. And so my VA has got her account now paused as well. I said, okay, it's all good. Let's focus over here. And when these clients, like I'm going to share one client, she's just like, so much transformation. She started with me in April. And over this time, she was not confident. She was really stuck in where she was in her business. And she's in a holistic health coach, fitness, everything. Like she's just an incredible young lady. And where she is right now, I mean, she just raised her prices. We just had another the program finished the other day. And she's raised her prices. She's shifted her energy like out of this world transformation. And that daily beat and pulse in your life is how it happens fast. So the more that you stay, you've got to stay in the regulation. Every time you second guess yourself and doubt yourself, you are then going backwards. It's like restarting again. So how many times do you want to restart your life? How many times do you want to keep trying, or rather than being in your life? You have to hold it. You have to be it. And every time that voice comes in your head and wants to say, you can't do this, this isn't going to work, I'm now fearful. You know that you should be investing over here, but your brain is saying, oh, but I don't know if I have the money for it. But you do have the money for it, but you're afraid to use it. You are blocking it. You're resisting it. And the resistance is something that we have to mentally shift. And money for me, because of how my divorce went and how that was collapsed for me, was something I had to learn. I was fearful around money. I was fearful of looking at my bank account. Now I don't need to look at it. I know where it's at, but I do look at it and I go, ooh, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful for you. But my energy has shifted. But there was a time it was completely anxiety looking at my bank account. That frequency, what do you think it's going to do? It's repelling any more money coming in there because I didn't love it. I didn't feel good about it. So we have to feel good about it. We have to feel good about money. We have to feel good about our abundance that we have already and be grateful for it. And the more grateful you are for what you have, guess what's going to happen? More is going to come. And you may think that just feels so easy, Yvonne. I'm going to say, yeah. And here's the thing. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Because you get stuck. The little voice, I call her Nancy. Nancy shows up. I go, no, Nancy, no time for you today. I am religiously looking after and being mindful of every thought. Even when it starts going, I'm like, oh, no, no, no. I call it in. I call it in. If you can't call it in, go to bed. Go to sleep. Put meditation on. Do something. Put music on. Dance. You've got to understand that you are the vibrational thoughts. So what is your thoughts? What is your vibration? And tomorrow, I wanted to share with you, I have a masterclass going on tomorrow at 11 a.m. my time, which is 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. It's going to be fabulous. Yeah, 9 p.m. And it's going to be so transformational. We're going to get into this, right? Her story begins now, which is your story. Like, what is the story that you keep telling yourself? And if you don't have a story, you do. Okay? We all had them because you're not conscious of them. And so, and what's the best part about this is that you got to experience 2 days in Telegram with me. And Telegram is another online, another way to communicate. And I'm doing my coaching in there and it's been brilliant. Why? Because there's a pulse. There's a steady pulse in Telegram. You can feel it because I can feel energy. I'm very in tune with energy. I can feel when somebody's stuck. I can feel when energy is off. I can feel the projections at me. I feel it all. And I've always been like this. I did get out of balance. I had to learn things, had to grow. And now I'm unwavering. I'm unstoppable. My belief in myself is 10 times and it will never, ever shrink again. So what is your thoughts about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? What are the thoughts going in through your mind? Are you doing the next steps to grow your business and to grow your income? Or are you fearful? Always know money is a flow that is supposed to be here naturally for us. And the only time it's not flowing is because of a block in you. I hate to say it, It is. It's all you. And that's where, you know, when we have even that bit of time together, I have a week, a 7-day frequency where we get to share that frequency, you will shift. You will start being more in your space. You will understand the frequency that maybe you're not even aware of. So from today, this podcast is about you are to be seen. You are her now. The money that you would love to have, you know, it's just waiting. It's just waiting for you to be open to receive it. And are you open to receive it? You might not even realize you're not open to receive the money because you're somehow resisting it. You have blocked it. And when we block it, it could be even as simple as this. Somebody wants to pay for dinner and you say, no, I'm fine, thank you. It could be someone saying, here's a book. Oh, no, I don't want to read that. It could be someone's going to give you some money. Maybe you're needing some money. Your parents want to give you some money and you say, no, thank you. That is actually resisting the money. So are you open to receiving? Ask yourself. If your business isn't growing, why? If the money isn't flowing, why? Every time. And there will be a time I will be sharing my story where I am right now. So you can see how the money was flowing in and out. And there was a lot more time and money was going out because I was becoming her, right? And sometimes that's where we have to invest into all this other stuff. And then from there, large sums of money start coming in. That is the belief and the certainty of knowing that everything is there. And it's just so magical when you can really feel that and believe that in yourself, because I believe it in you. You just have to believe it in you. So anyway, let me know if this is resonating with you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Say hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Have a beautiful day.